Hello, it's Miriam from Tantamar Tarotscopes here at Blind Forest Books in Sackville, New Brunswick. And today I'm doing a video on Mercury's retrograde in the sign of Scorpio. So Mercury goes retrograde on October 13th at 10:05 in the evening Atlantic Standard Time, and will be retrograde in the sign of Scorpio until October 27th at also 10:33 in the evening Atlantic Standard Time, at which time it will retrograde back into Libra. So that is a story for another video. But yeah, the decks I'm using for this reading are the Halloween Oracle, yeah, Scorpio vibes, Black Moon astrology cards. The universe has your back, because I think we need some affirmations to get us through. This has been a particularly intense shadow period leading up to Mercury retrograde. I knew it was coming, felt it so deeply. And I'm also using Spencer's tarot cards, which are like technically a prop deck that you can get at like those pop-up Halloween stores, but it's an amazing deck. So let's get right into it with the shadow cards, the energy bringing us to this Mercury retrograde. And we start with the Witch, the earthly weaver of worlds. So the energy bringing us to this transit has been wanting you to realize how much control you have over manifesting the reality that you want. Our next shadow card is number 11, the number of manifestation, Pluto transformation. So yeah, you are really rising to the call to literally transform your life. Pluto energy is associated with the Judgment card. So if you've been feeling a lot of sort of pressure from other people, like lean into that, get inspired by it, because yeah, a lot of people are going kind of crazy with the way things are turning. I know in New Brunswick, we've just recently had a return to the orange zone with coronavirus cases and stuff. So now masks are mandatory, which has got people really with bees in their bonnet. But anyway, keep in mind that this is all very real, and we need to do what we can to make it so that we can return to some semblance of normalcy. And in the meantime, that means sort of following regulations and what have you. So yeah, our next shadow card is energy flows where my intention goes. Talk about witch energy in like the most positive way possible. So what you've been realizing leading up to Mercury retrograde is how effective the law of attraction can be in your life. How like holding that thought really tends to bring what you want rushing in quite quickly. So that's going to be something to really keep in mind, because Mercury retrograde gets a bad rap. It's very much about being shown what's going on in your life through weird glitches in communication and technology, and forcing you to wrap your mind around a better way to handle things. So staying grounded is very important. But our final shadow card is Strength. Also an 11 in this deck, so much manifestation energy here. And yeah, this just affirms what has been such a common thread in my readings lately, that you have become so strong through this weird year. Through the past couple years, actually, have really taught you how to get back up when you're knocked down. And so, yeah, tap into your energy of pride for yourself, of being willing to find new ways to shine your light. Although that being said, Mercury retrograde is not the time to start new things, but it is the time to finish old projects and keep working on what's already been started. So this affirms that you've really tapped into your strength through the ways that you've been transforming your life and staying focused on manifesting the reality that you want for yourself. Yay! So our main reading, we start with Lady de los Muertos, acceptance and equality. I love it. So this Mercury retrograde will really shine a giant light on our relationships with ourselves, our relationships with the people around us, our relationships with our community and society. But all of that is really ready to transform in a positive way. Beautiful. Oh, it's Clover. So our next main oracle card from The Universe Has Your Back. This is one of my favorite cards, and I'm so glad it showed up. It's, I recognize that I have chosen fear, and I choose again. I choose love. So that's such a theme for Mercury retrograde too. Mercury retrograde gets such a bad rap. It's basically a scrambling so that you can sort of sort out the stuff that hasn't been working.
Yes, I know.
And so, yeah, I love that also the cut card for this reading from the Halloween deck was Graveyard, Unnecessary Fear. So that really underscores this point that this is not a time to sort of be afraid of what's changing. It's a time to literally feel empowered by it and get excited for what's ready to be released. But that being said, our final main oracle card is number 19, Libra, I Balance. So really look forward to the second leg of Mercury retrograde when Mercury retrogrades back into Libra, because that's going to be an important time for untying any remaining knots in relationships. So whether that sets your sort of balloon free or it just allows things to feel less tangled and much more beautiful and harmonious, that remains to be seen, but again, energy flows where your intention goes. So this will be an important time for deciding what you want. Yes. So our main tarot cards. The theme of this Mercury retrograde, tongue-tiedness is a Mercury retrograde theme, is the Four of Cups reversed, Ghoul reversed. So this really affirms that you have found such a solid grounding practice for yourself that makes you like feel like your own friend in a way. My dad and I have been talking about our spiritual practice and how like our favorite Kundalini singer Natam Kaur talks about her beloved, and we were talking about maybe like she's talking about her practice because it like she loves it so much and it helps her life so much. But anyway, yeah, you are really ready to take a much more meditative approach that really opens you up to opportunities that you haven't yet noticed. Amazing. So the main challenge of this Mercury retrograde will be the Two of Cups reversed. So emphasis on being willing to untie any knots in your relationships at present. But also what we will really be challenged to do is keeping your cup full, again, through what grounds you. I know that one really simple grounding practice that even my therapist emphasized to me is just taking a drink of water when you're feeling really ungrounded, taking a pause to just literally fill your cup. But I love that it's a unicorn in reverse. So it's like emphasis on taking matters into your own hands, not thinking that there's going to be some sort of like magic thing that happens. This is a time that you have to be doing the sort of spiritual work to stick with it for the long haul, whatever that means for you. And so, yeah, how will this transit assist your passion's evolution? Oh boy. And we have the Eight of Swords reversed, which is a Pegasus in this deck. This is one of my favorite Eight of Swords ever. And actually, we had the Eight of Swords reversed in a similar position just recently for my Saturn-Jupiter conjunction reading. And so, yeah, the next several months actually are going to be about setting yourself free in some way, being totally honest with yourself, and giving yourself permission to fly, basically. And so, yeah, you are really transforming your level of honesty and authenticity in the way you're expressing yourself in life. Amazing. So, what is our best advice for weathering Mercury's retrograde through Scorpio? And we had two cards come out of the deck together. First is the Five of Wands, Chimera. So yeah, you are really ready to fight what is felt at odds. But you're ready to show up for the fight. You're ready to fight for yourself, and you're ready to demonstrate your passion for what you have committed to. You're ready to realize that this is the midpoint. This is the hard part. That in pushing through, you are able to move towards getting a sense of recognition about, how you're ready to sort of love on your passion more. And so our second advice card is number 9, the Hermit, Yeti. And so that's extra funny that we have entered Orange Zone in my particular area. Because it's like, yeah, keep to yourself. Permission to totally enjoy your like home cave and to dive headfirst into what you've been learning. And also to dive headfirst into your own healing. Your inner fire is poised to be super stoked by Mercury retrograde and Scorpio's happenings. And you can really be guided by that light and know that you were really almost there towards the sort of turning of the wheel that you've been wanting. And you are the one with your hand on the crank. Wow. So our higher self cards, what's our message of hope moving forward through Mercury retrograde? And we start with werewolf, exploring wildness. So emphasis on letting your passion take the lead. That is such a Scorpio thing. But yeah, the lightning bolts of the universe are coming through to really wake something up in you. And I love that this is the energy sort of after Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, because 4 days after it shifts into Libra is the full moon in Taurus, happening conjunct Uranus, which is a lightning bolt planet. But yeah, so big changes coming right after Mercury retrograde for sure. And it's going to really help you find and connect with the way that you want to be howling yourself, communicating yourself. Blah, blah, blah. So our next higher self card is number 5, Mars, Force. So emphasis on listening to both your anger and also your passion, and knowing that this retrograde period is really going to help you find and stoke your drive in a bigger way than ever before. Wow. So our next higher self card is my outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. So here's another big full moon. And yeah, this is a time to sort of realize that if you feel like you need help, it's okay to get it. I started talking to a therapist recently, and it's just been really awesome and so helpful. And yeah, it's okay to listen to your emotions and realize if they've sort of become too much, because you're ready to access a sort of humongous breakthrough, again, by listening to your emotions and being able to manifest the life you want. So our final higher self card is the Empress, Kali. So I kept saying that, you got to do these things on your own, but, the universe really does have your back. And sort of divine energies are ready to help push you towards what you're ready to super cut out, so that you can be in your power and be strong and nurturing for the people who need you. Amazing. So my final breakdown of the reading, the 3 majors present, emphasis on that nurturing, creative, do your best to communicate clearly energy. They all add up to number 23, which is a 5 numerologically. So there is some major Hierophant energy underscoring this reading. It will be really important to lean into your grounding practices, to lean into your sense of tradition and structure, and to literally learn from the past. So alongside that Hermit card, dive into your studies. Keep reading up on keep reading that stack of books by your bed, because there's probably something there that's going to really inspire you for the road ahead. Because we're already in the point where the year is only going to continue to get more intense. And, that's okay, because, yeah, we're leaving the old world behind. And a new time is beginning. So there were no court cards. So, yeah, do your thing. Listen to the ways that you've already started to access your own potential and sort of roll with that, because this really is a sort of new time. Yeah. Oh, there were 2 cups cards, the 4 and 2, both reversed, which add up to a 6 upright. So this is leading up to such happier memories being made possible. You're connected with your inner child, and you're ready to listen to them in order to keep literally manifesting your most lucrative intentions for yourself. Mm-hmm. And yeah, no Pentacles cards. So stay grounded. Drink lots of water. Make sure you're eating. I was talking to somebody, and I asked if they had a sort of spiritual grounding practice, and they said they just go in their room and listen to classical music. Amazing. So do what works for you. Stay connected with what calms you in the midst of lightning storms. And yeah, the gap numbers in the reading add up to 13. So again, emphasis on the transformation that's happening now, which is a 4 numerologically. So stay grounded in the structures that work for you. So that's it for today. If you like this video, remember to comment, like, subscribe, share if you think others would resonate. If you're interested in a private reading with me, you can check out my Etsy shop. The link will be below. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. The links will also be below. And yeah, that's it for today. Until next time, keep your hearts open, keep your eyes on the skies, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.